Today we're going to be breaking down what really makes a great gateway game and how to choose the right one.
Hey gamer friends, I'm Danielle.
And I'm Josiah, and we are ready to roll. If you want to get people into modern board games, this is what really matters.
All right, so we wanted to talk about like what a gateway game actually is. I think a gateway game is a game that's going to introduce like modern board game mechanics. It needs to be easy to learn, kind of inviting for people to play.
For sure.
And it needs to bridge a gap between like mass market games like Monopoly or Uno or something and bridge that gap to the modern board game hobby.
Right. The first thing we determined about what would make a good gateway game is that it's easy to learn and hard to mess up. It has simple rules. You know, you can teach it in like 5 to 10 minutes.
Definitely. I actually think that's really, really important.
It's so important.
Because when you are trying to bring someone into the hobby, if you have something that's a really long teach, that's going to make it really hard for people to engage with the game.
Right.
And we've all seen, like, if you see the, you want to introduce the game.
Glaze over.
It's probably too long for that group.
Absolutely. Another way is that there are a few ways to derail the game. So there are games where you can have a turn that kind of sets you back and then you can never catch up. There are games that are like that.
Yes.
Don't bring that as a beginner gateway game.
No.
Like you want games that you can always have a chance. It's always really balanced for the most part, and everybody feels like they have a chance.
Yes, there is nothing worse. I still hate this. Like if I'm playing a game and I mess up early on and I'm way behind, it's just super discouraging to keep playing through a game that you're like, I have no chance, or like there's no way to catch up in any way.
Right. And you want as little friction as possible when you're trying to bring somebody into the board game hobby. Another one is that early turns feel productive, where, you know, it doesn't take a long setup to have the payoff. You want sort of instant gratification.
Yes, which means games that are like AP inducing.
Right.
You like don't want people sitting there on the like studying the board that turns take forever to get back to you.
Right. Yeah. And then another one is minimal upkeep. So you want things to be quick and easy and more repeatable maybe.
Yeah, you're not wanting to have to like, okay, now that, and then I have to score this to do this, and like, too much.
It is too much.
The second thing that we thought about is that it is a game that plays quickly.
Yeah.
It needs to probably be under an hour. I think an hour would be
maybe
like
under
the max.
30.
Yeah, depending on the group. But it needs to be a pretty quick game.
Yeah.
And with that, again, like we kind of talked about with the last one, the turns need to be a little bit snappy.
Yeah.
So that no one's just sitting there waiting for a really long time for their turns, because that's definitely going to cause people to not want to play the game again, probably.
The next one is that there's a clear and easily achievable goal.
Yes.
So you want players to know exactly what they're working towards, so that there's not like this moment where you're like halfway through the game, you're like, wait, what am I doing? What am I trying to get to?
Wait, how do I win this game?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't want that.
Be honest, if you're in the hobby, you've done that. You've been 100%. Playing and been like, wait, how do I even win this game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's probably a bad game.
You want to avoid that. Yeah. And scoring is more intuitive. You know, you want it to just feel natural, to be like, okay, it's this does this and scores me this.
Right.
You know, you don't want any like games that provide this like really complicated scoring mechanism.
Like the spreadsheet of scoring. Yeah.
And you also want a game that is really easy to tell if something worked or not.
Right.
So that there's not, you know, again, it's all about this like quick adaptive gaming, you know?
Yes, I can tell if the action I took was a good action or a bad action right away.
Yeah.
I don't have to be wondering if that was something that I should have done or not.
Yeah. And if you like what we do in this channel, please consider giving us a like and a subscribe. We are trying to grow our channel and we need your help, and we want you in our community. We interact a lot with our community and we want more people in our community.
Number 4 is the game shouldn't be too overwhelming.
Yeah. I feel like this goes without saying.
It should.
But we're going to say it anyway.
Yes. So that means like the iconography probably needs to be limited or at least really intuitive. Some iconography is like covering the board, or you have to have like this whole spreadsheet of, okay, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like for a gateway game, it's really got to be something that people are like, oh, obviously a boot means I get to move. I'm thinking specifically with like Clank.
Yeah.
You know,
a sword means I get to attack.
Exactly. Like those are easy iconography. I can pick up on that really quickly.
Yeah, there are some games, even as a seasoned gamer, that I open up and I'm like overwhelmed. There's like, it's like sensory overload.
It really is.
So you want to avoid that.
Something that helps with this is if it's a game where like the theme reinforces the rules, so it kind of makes sense with the game. Now that's not always the case, and with gateway games, they don't have to have a good theme. But if the theme goes along with it, sometimes that makes it a little bit easier to pick up on.
To lock in.
Yeah, pick up on the rules.
Yeah.
And definitely like simple mechanics. So you only want like one or two. It's not trying to do everything in the same game.
Right. Next up is social interaction without feeling like you're being punished.
Yes.
So you want to probably avoid take that mechanics.
Even though we absolutely love take that.
Yeah, they're one of my favorites. But if you're trying to get somebody in the game, not everybody loves that.
That's right.
You want to have as frictionless access to the hobby as possible.
Exactly.
So you may want to stay away from those types of games.
Right. Unless you really know the people you're playing with really well and know that it's something they would enjoy.
Yeah.
We have one of our nieces is like, she's not a big gamer, but if she finds out that it's Take That, she's like, yeah. Because it's just really fun for her.
So know your audience?
Know your audience.
Yeah.
But for the most part, stay away.
Yeah. So maybe more like drafting games
Yes.
or racing games.
Yes, where there's some interaction. Yeah. The last thing we thought of is a game that teaches skills that are going to transfer into other games. Yeah. So if you're starting with a game that has a lot of like basic deck building elements, and then you introduce a game later that takes that and maybe has a little bit of a twist on it or changes it in some way. Yeah, turns it up. Adds another mechanic on top of that.
Yeah.
So that you're able to kind of help people build through the hobby and not get really overwhelmed.
Yeah. So we thought of some examples of good gateway games that we love.
Yes.
First one would be Quacks of Quedlinburg. Mm-hmm. This is a really good one to teach somebody about bag building, about push your luck, things like that. So it's a really easy game to teach and to play, and there's not a lot to it. Now there's expansions that make it a lot more than it is, but the base game is pretty easy to learn and play.
Right. And what I love about this is it has simultaneous play.
Oh, yeah.
And so to me, that is a really good way to introduce people to the hobby, because it's like, oh, everybody's taking their turn at the same time. Like, that's mind blowing for a lot of people. And so I love that.
Yeah.
And we have never, ever introduced this game to anyone who didn't love it.
Right. Board gamer or not.
Yes.
Another one is Tickets a Ride. This is a classic gateway game. Like,
absolutely.
This is maybe one of the ones that everybody thinks of when they think of gateway game. You have scoring cards, and then you draft train cards, and you place trains out on the map. That's it.
And on your turn, it's so simple what you can do.
Yeah.
I can either take 2 cards, or I can place out trains with my cards.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a whole lot going on. And so it makes it really easy to teach.
Right.
Another one we thought of was A Quest for El Dorado.
Oh, yeah.
Because this introduces like racing and deck building.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. And so these are both pretty simple concepts, but yet it takes the mass market game and kind of ups it.
Right.
And it's really fun with the different maps and stuff. You can introduce just some concepts slowly to people. And I really like that. Again, that's one that we've introduced to a ton of people, and every group has enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We have not played it with anyone who doesn't love this game.
That's right.
Another one was a card game called Flip 7. That one just came out, 2024 maybe?
I think so, yeah.
And such a good card game to introduce to all kinds of people. You can play it at really high player count, so it's kind of one of those party games, but it is simple. You're dealt a card, and you can say, hit me, or you can stay. And so it's very similar to blackjack of what a lot of people have played. And you're wanting to get different cards. And if you get the same card when it's flipped, you're busted and you're out of that round.
Yeah.
And it's so fast and really easy to learn. So it's a great way to like engage a lot of people into the hobby.
Yeah, it has a push your luck element. That's basically all it is.
Yes.
It's push your luck, but it also has a party game feel.
Yes.
So a lot of new people to the hobby, or people who are maybe you're wanting to get into the hobby, are more familiar with party type games.
Right.
And so it has that feel, but also push your luck and a little bit of like strategy that you need to think about. And so this one is maybe, this one, it straddles the line to me for like mass market versus gateway game.
It does. And I definitely think it's going to have mass market appeal, and it may already be in like, I don't know, maybe in Target already or in all the stores. I'm not sure. But I definitely think it's still a really good one. It's still something different that people haven't played.
Right, for sure.
So basically the best gateway game is obviously going to be determined by who's playing, are there kids playing, what types of games have people played before. And so hopefully you can keep all of these things in mind the next time you want to bring people into the hobby, not to overwhelm people. Because as gamers, we tend to get really excited and want to play our games with people and maybe overwhelm people here and there.
Let's hear from you guys. Every board gamer has their one gateway game, and it is nostalgic, and it is a big deal, and you hold it close. So tell us what yours is. We want to know down below.
And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.